Okay, he just said Buhari looks like one of the 4 horsemen. Hi guys, hello and welcome to Niger BVB. I am Royal Freshness. And somebody's too tall. Please bring your chair down.
Chair, you see, this is its limit. So it must also be your height, but hey, that's life. You're not short. You're just not as tall as me.
Welcome back, guys. Now he's done making fun of me. I had to look for a pillow to bring me up. I have to help my career. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about other people's careers. It was the Headies over the weekend in Lagos, and we didn't go. He's supposed to go, but he did not go. Me, I didn't go because I didn't want to work.
Blame typhoid.
Oh, sorry dear. Are you better now?
Yes, then you went now.
So let's talk about the awards. There were a lot of big winners. Wizkid and Davido walked away with 4 awards each. Simsela walked away with 3. Tiwa Savage, Yemi Alade. I think Yemi Alade's award was what do they call it?
Well deserved.
Was well deserved.
And long overdue.
Thank you! Yemi Alade is one of the most hardworking female artists in the world.
Emphasis on female.
Of African descent. That lady works hard. She sold out a stadium in Lagos. I say stadium, a concert hall in the UK. She has done Paris. I think she's in Frankfurt or so now. She's really working, and nobody really because we Nigerians, they like nonsense. We say, she did repeat. Apparently that repetition is making money, and finally we have acknowledged her. But the funny thing is that small minute where she was supposed to shine, Headies struck and put Tiwa Savage's name there.
Well, not to sound like I know what goes on, behind the rooms,
which he does.
Well, I guess actually I do. But I would always say, no disrespect to the Headies, but maybe the Headies is too much of a pop award. Popular meaning it has an inclination to project those who in quotes they call are in the spotlight, they say are in the spotlight, but in truth it's a popularity thing, which is why someone will make an error and put Tiwa's name where Yemi's name was supposed to be, because you can picture how simple it must have been in the mind of that person. Do you understand?
Yes.
It's an error, but it's born out of an orientation.
Okay, now
which explains some of the nominations too.
Yes, which is what I was about to talk about. There's something I noticed. I was speaking to a video director, a very popular one who does a lot of good work, and I was like, "Congratulations!" I was like, "Best of luck. I'm sure you will win." And he's like, "I was not nominated." I'm like, "Why were you not nominated?" He said, "He doesn't. He wasn't nominated." I'm like, "Didn't you submit your entry?" And it's like, "Do they even take entries?" So apparently, for the Headies, some people sit down, and within a particular period of time, they bring out names. Most award organizers that I know ask for entries to be made. People like Afrima. I don't know about MTV Base though.
Even the Beats Award.
Yes.
The Beats Award do it too.
Yes, the Beats Award. So I'm like, okay, why does the Headies have people doing it? Now, with the case of MTV Base, there was a panel that was recorded. We watched the panelists talk about these songs, argue, and come to a conclusion. But the Headies didn't have that kind of transparency going on. Well,
unfortunately, these are factors that are born out of a system that's just generally, one kind. In truth, now let me digress a little. I watched Fela Durito talk about, his election thingy about potentially being a presidential candidate and saying that he won't join a party unless the party, the members have voting power. Meaning, in your regular parties, they are like those 5 to 15 men that call the shots. Everybody else is just in attendance. Now you see, back to the Headies. Headies is the longest running one of them.
12 years.
Exactly. But then it must operate like a familiar system, because I woke up one day and saw nomination lists.
Like,
First
what
of
happened?
all, I don't know. Like, especially in that Rookie of the Year, the loss of those rookies, that honestly and I'm a producer, I'm very much in touch with this. I don't know this guy.
Thank God Tenny won. Congratulations, Tenny.
That's like the only person that I really knew. You get, and maybe a guy called Peruzzi, just by name. But when you say Rookie of the Year, some years ago there were 5 of them. You had, I think, in the same category, you had Seyon, you had Dami Crane, you had Burna Boy, you had like 2 other people I can't remember right now. But you get, that's legitimate. Now you have this award, you bring out a nomination list, and I am speaking as a producer who also worked on the project. You nominated Simi's project, right? Her album was Album of the Year. She was Best Female, a few other categories. Now, what's a dilemma to me is that she made Artist of the Year. Her album made Album of the Year, but none of the producers on that project got a nomination.
Got a nomination. That's very. I don't understand what's going on, because and her song Jeremy was like everywhere. So why was Oscar not nominated? If not for anything. But the thing now is, I noticed that for producers of the year, for the producer of the year category, they had 2 songs that the producer had done with with 2 different artists.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for pointing that out. I just so happened to produce Owambe, right? Owambe dropped, I think a month or so later, Bum Bum by Yemi Alade dropped. Those are 2 very strong.
They might have not been in the time frame.
But this is the thing: when the next Headies happens,
those songs will be old.
You understand? They
That's
don't.
True.
So I mean, it's like now, artists as a producer, I should be like, okay, don't drop the song. Go. There's a window. Wait for that window because it will be useless. So and
it doesn't make sense if you do that.
Exactly, and unfortunately, people actually. The media has the power to move minds. So a lot of us work, we get recognized, all right, but when you do stuff like put certain producers on a nominee list, we are from a country where people do first, second, third, fourth, fifth position.
Yes.
You get in their mind everybody is okay, these are the top guys, but in all fairness, they might not exactly be vetting very well. Their window might be narrow. I'm guessing it is.
But if it were narrow, a lot of songs like Run Town's Mad Over You won't have been on that list. Because if I remember vividly, Run Town's Mad Over You was 2016 December that it came out.
Right.
And it's on that list. So that's a very long window.
Well, you remember I started everything I was saying with the first thing. Headies is too much of a pop award.
Actually, more like a popularity contest.
You get. So it kind of has... I mean, now they put together one of the best Headies so far.
Oh, yes,
so
now we have
people,
to clap for them.
People may not observe or remember these facts, but I speak as a technical, as a creative. But look, I'm not saying none of those people there deserve to be there, but trust me, when you vet, you have to vet a little more than just man, I know that track, man, I love that song. That song, man, he's Davido's boy. You get, like, it could be a lot more. I'm just saying.
I think they did a lot of, what the people would want as against what the creatives deserve.
Yep. And for me, it's a situation because the pressure that it puts on people like me, for instance, is mentally in the minds of many. Oh, Vtek is there, but he's not doing much. But you see, that's because you went to the Headies and you're like, geez, this record is so huge, and you don't see his name.
Doesn't make any sense.
You as a technical can go, this Headies, well, other time.
But
you see, the average person
they
don't
know
think like that.
Yes.
You get, that's why every year, some blog will put out top 10 producers. People will go there, you see 200 comments. Even if that's one man's opinion, people literally go there to see who did exceptionally well. Then you start seeing some names, familiar names, constant names, and then you now see some names and you be like,
okay, this guy don't
you get no disrespect for hard work or no, but man, I think the standards could be more. You get some do more and get less, and then some do less, but they are probably attached to people that maybe
help
these
them
people
get more.
I had a suspicion that sometimes these nominations happen because, of course, association.
Who know who?
I'm speaking totally plain because we've been at this for a while, and by the grace of God, we continue to make big moves. But the system should not pervert, effort, because they tell you to work hard, then you work hard, and then they tell you that next thing and you're like,
let me give you something. Something Mom used to say. There's an adage says the lizard climbs on the tree and falls, and if nobody does anything, it would not for itself. So sometimes you just need to let yourself know that you're doing good. Sure. I and all my dedicated plenty people watching this are saying congratulations to you because you do make great music.
Thank you.
Okay, now I'm going to give you a few of my favorite dresses and toxins, and of course the worst of the Headies and how they went, and of course watch catch up because I'm going to be talking more about the Headies on catch up on Afro TV. I am Royal Freshness. Adaugo. See you later. Bye. Peace out. Subscribe, guys, and give me the thumbs up.
Yes.
Say bye. after shading me.